Amina.
This is Fang.
And we are Famina.
So today we are doing something fun in the kitchen.
We are going to be making Bentonite Turmeric Aloe Vera face masks.
Alright. So we have the ingredients just measured out right here. We have the Bentonite Clay. You need for 2 people. If you're just doing 1 person, you just need 1 tablespoon, but we put 2 tablespoons here.
Then you have turmeric. And turmeric is 1/4 teaspoon. But since we have 2 people, we're doing 2 1/4 teaspoons.
So half
a teaspoon.
And then we have just 1 little stalk of aloe vera that we have growing in the house. And so it was about this long. I'll put a little clip of us just dissecting it. But I got all of the gel out of that little stem. And so it's all in here. So I would say about like 1.5 tablespoons right here. And then we're gonna mix it with all together. Let me see that bowl.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the bowl. But before we put it in the bowl, we're just gonna tell you guys the benefits of each of these ingredients and why we chose to use these ingredients. The first ingredient obviously is bentonite clay, and I know that this is not a ingredient that's not familiar. Everyone uses bentonite clay. It's very popular. And for those of you who don't know, bentonite clay is super good for acne pulling. If you have acne, it opens up your pores and it pulls the dirt from your acne. And also it's also good for smoothing out your skin. It's also good for if you have a little bit of dark marks on your skin. So bentonite clay has immense benefits, and we're going to put all the benefits of each product below, but this is the simple benefits for bentonite clay. A lot of people use it for the base of a face mask.
So first ingredient that's going in,
bentonite clay.
Yay.
The second one is turmeric, and turmeric is also an ingredient that is not familiar. It's very familiar to everyone, and turmeric is super good. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for blemishes. It's also really good for dark marks. It's good for people who have lots of pink, like what is it called? Pink on their face, like from inflammation. It also calms the face down and also prevents acne. So turmeric is super good, and on top of it, it gives your face a beautiful glow. So turmeric is a wonderful ingredient to use on your skin. Obviously, using turmeric, a lot of turmeric may turn your face yellow. That's why it's super important that you use very little turmeric, and also if you keep it longer, it might, the yellow stain might not come off. So remember we're going to tell you how long to keep this, but turmeric is very good for your skin.
Go ahead and pour that in.
And I'm going to put the turmeric in.
I'll get you guys another angle over here. See our mixing action.
There you go.
And we're using a plastic spoon and a wooden bowl specifically.
If you put metal into bentonite clay, because bentonite clay has properties of pulling properties, basically bentonite clay does that pulling effect on your skin. If you use metal, it creates the negative properties, so it makes all the properties that are in the bentonite clay negative instead of positive, obviously. So we don't use metals. A lot of people are saying not to use metals and not to store bentonite clay in metal containers. So make sure whenever you're using bentonite clay to use plastic. Or wood, but never to use metal because it disrupts the properties, the healing properties of the bentonite clay. If you want the full effect, stay away from metals. And the last ingredient.
So we have our last ingredient, which is the aloe. Aloe's super amazing for so many purposes. First of all, it's natural. It's just coming right from the plant. If you have your own plant at home, which is so nice to have because it purifies the air, but also creates a beautiful thing to look at in the middle of the room. We use aloe straight from the plant, and so that even has a fresh component to it. The enzymes, everything that you're getting is straight from the plant, fresh. It's really good for inflammation. It's really good for redness. It's good for evening out the skin. You've used it probably before for sunburns and stuff like that because it's really good to soothe the skin. It also calms it down, and so always use aloe if you're doing something with the skin, or even with hair care.
Yes. So we're gonna put the aloe in, and I'm gonna add water. So whenever, after all 3 ingredients are inside, Fangolang's putting the aloe in. She's gonna mix it in with the plastic spoon, and we're gonna add water. The way you wanna see this is you wanna add water to the paste, the consistency you want, and we know what masks look like. You don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry. You want it to be able to have a consistency of applying to your face and sticking on your face. This is what it looks like. Bentonite Clay face mask.
All right, so we're done mixing the powders and gels together. So now we're gonna head to the bathroom and go put on our mask together. So come along with us.
I feel great.
All right, guys, it's been 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm gonna go first and just wash my face because if it's two people at a sink, it's gonna be really messy. So the first thing I do is go ahead and get some tissue to wipe off the clay. It hasn't ever done this before, and I actually have just washed my face directly in the sink, but you don't want to clog your sink and you don't want any troubles just from a face mask. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take some tissue, and you can see actually how dry it is. Ugh, I really look like a monster. And I go ahead and wipe as much off as I can, and when I feel like it's out of place where I can't really wipe off as much anymore, I go ahead and just wash it off.
All right, guys, this is the final look. Both of us just took our mask off and it feels wonderful. How are you feeling, Thing?
I feel really, really refreshed, and it stings a little bit just for me still because of all the properties that, you know, Bentonite Clay has. And so I'm gonna put on a little bit of coconut oil or something like that, just so I could feel a little bit less constricted.
Yeah,
but that's just one of the normal things that will happen.
Yeah, you can still feel like it working. Like I feel like I took the mask off, but my skin is going at work, and obviously like it's wonderful to put some oil, even if you might feel a little dry, but it's okay. Like just put a little bit of oil to feel better. But I feel amazing. You guys should definitely try this. Please try it at home. As I said earlier, if you don't have the aloe vera, just try it with just try with Bentonite Clay and turmeric, and you'll also see a big difference as well. But please try this at home. It's a simple DIY.
And also you can use some shea butter and coconut oil whipped up. We have our own little recipe online too. But it really helps with relieving the dryness and the kind of feeling after the mask, because it does feel a little constricted. Put some on after if you want to. But thanks for spending some time with us. We hope to see you next time.
Yes,
and
bye.
Let us know if you want anything else. Bye.